North Carolina.
North Carolina.
The other guy is in Virginia.
Rodney, good?
Yep, good to go.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Rod. Welcome to another great talk this week. What is PACE? PACE is pretty much the abbreviation of product and system education. We learn a whole lot about the products and also the system of how the business works. Now, we'll begin by, of course, bringing up the first part of the product and system education, which is the products. So, Rodney, I'd like you to take it away with the product video.
My man.
Can everybody see the screen? Hello?
Yeah, I can.
You can see it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
Orange blossom honey, aloe, bilberries. Some of nature's best and the inspiration behind G&H Bath and Body Care. You'll love the gentle, unique formulas because they provide healthy-looking skin for the entire family. G&H Bath and Body Care is thoughtfully created in 3 collections: Nourish Plus, Refresh Plus, and Protect Plus. The Nourish collection includes body wash, complexion bar, body lotion, and a hand cream. The rich texture helps to hydrate and repair dry skin. Our scientists tested hundreds of varieties and discovered that honey produced by bees that get their nectar from orange blossoms is one of nature's best moisturizers, allowing G&H Nourish hand cream to keep skin moist for up to 24 hours. The Refresh collection includes body milk and body wash gel. We chose a desert aloe and developed a patented aloe and shiso complex to help soothe and calm damaged skin. The Protect collection includes bar soap, concentrated hand soap, deodorant, and antiperspirant roll-on. The bilberry extract we use in the Protect collection contains good-for-you anthocyanins, which have long been used for their beneficial properties. These products protect skin from the environment, plus neutralize odors with G&H exclusive technologies. Created by the same experts behind the Artistry and Neutralite brands, G&H products are gentle on the environment, using 100% wind power and recyclable packaging. G&H products provide gentle, wholesome bath and body care for the entire family to keep skin looking healthy and balanced. G&H, naturally inspired, thoughtfully made. Experience G&H Bath and Body Care today.
Wow, that was awesome.
All right.
Beautiful.
Roger.
All right. Awesome. What a great video. Right? So, H, looking at the awesome product it is, how do we pretty much get these great products to our customers? Me personally, I'd like to go around with different testimonials or tips on how we become successful selling this product. But one thing that I did when I realized is very useful is I actually take all the products that I use, put them in my truck, and I actually drive to the customer place and I go through each product, and they actually not only just see the product, but they able to feel it, smell it, and they realize how concentrated they are as well. Because I also take the cost per unit sheet along with me too. So when they see that, now they look like country detergent. See how one bottle of let's say one box of our LOC is equivalent to like 6 boxes of Tide. I say, hey, pretty much products are like that, are that concentrated. So I pretty much branch off into the G&H, and they realize the quality, of what they're purchasing. Then pretty much, and they have this beautiful box that they have all the items placed in. So I take that same box there and I open it up. And the first thing they ask me, they don't want to know the individual product. They want to know the price of the whole thing first. And and you can't take the big box and then break it down into the smaller, product. And you pretty much get it in single file, and then eventually they'll have the whole kit, at the end. But that's what I do. After I present it, I actually even leave them with a mini catalog, say, hey, this is what you want, and let's set up a date for me to get back with you, so we can, place the order, based on their budget. And it's been working pretty good. I do it to a lot of people at my church. I said that previously, so looking forward to a whole lot of great volume this month too from that. Any other testimonials?
Anybody else? Okay, I'll go. Miss Carol? I could have gotten up, but yeah. So what we do is before G&H there was another. It was Body Series.
Body series.
Right, and they improved it with G&H.
Yes.
So at my house, my daughter and my wife, they didn't like the Body Series.
No.
So I went and got the same big package that Roderick was talking about, the whole thing that has everything in it.
Inside,
Yeah, and I took it there, and I told them, okay, you guys didn't like the Body Series. Okay, this whole thing is for me. And I put it down, and in 5 minutes I went to the restroom, I came back and all of it was gone. And they're very finicky, and they love it, and they use it. And because they used it, they started to tell their friends and and our family about it. Because you see, we don't have a lot of customers. We only have 7. 4 of them are family, and the other 3 are friends.
Wow.
And that's what we do. Because I'm not going door to door. Nah, I ain't got time for that. Anybody got time for that? So because of word of mouth, we now have several of our. That's the box here, Camp is bringing.
The box Ken is talking about.
Yeah.
Could you show my face? You don't.
Yeah, and because we did that, because of word of mouth, now we have like 3 of our customers ordering here. So it's just word of mouth. I don't call them and tell them, oh, you got this and that.
That's great, man.
This part of it here, so the
honey
soap, it is fantastic. What I love about it, besides the cleanliness of one thing, it is the aroma. You leave this in your bathroom and you come back and it's smelling like honey inside. It really does.
Down from here.
Yep, we finished in Atlanta.
All right, I have a real quick testimony. So I had a friend over, well, some friends over, I guess a couple of weeks ago, and somebody asked me, hey, do you have any lotion? And of course, bam, right? So I have relatively dry skin, so I use the Nourish, which is awesome. And one of the young ladies, she used it, and she just kept rubbing her hands, smelling, and she was like, this is some really great lotion. Where did you get it? So of course I promoted it, and she's putting in an order for it shortly. So I just have to get back to her to actually make that happen. So it's good that we're going through this, because that's a good reminder that everybody that I share this lotion with, they absolutely love it. They love the smell, and you get sales just by letting people try it. So yep.
Basically, what it means, Rod, it means you should have your products on hand, right?
Yes.
Or be using your products.
Yes, you should always have your products on you. I have like 2 bottles of this, and I have the refill of the body wash. Yeah, so, which is awesome as well. So
Awesome.
yep.
We ran out of dishwasher fluid, so we're using the G&H to wash the dishes. Nobody has gotten sick yet.
Yeah, even my baby with that too.
Oh my God.
Because it's all
Yeah,
plant-based.
it's so gentle.
It's so gentle. Yeah.
It's all natural.
And the reason that
You don't
they
want to
have-
eat it, but
They have the nourishing, and then they have the other one was the refresh. Because some people prefer lotion, some people prefer cream, and some has dry skin, some has oily skin. So based on your skin type, that's what you would want to use. in the winter time, usually everybody's skin gets dry, and so the nourishing is definitely something that you would be using now. So.
Okay.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right. I guess we move on with the program. After we pretty much got the great, awesome products, now we're gonna move into the system part of Pace, talking about the book. So I'll bring up Miss Carol, and then followed by Miss Carol, the I'm sorry, streaming. Miss Carol take streaming and the book.
Is it right there?
Oh. Roderick, what are you trying to do? Get yourself in trouble?
It's okay.
Wrong.
It's okay. It's okay. Hi everyone. This is Carol. Today I'm on streaming, and for all the new people, as the person that invited you to get onto the streaming system, ask them. Now I'm going to speak to you about Dean and Marcy Whalen, and it's WW725. And the title is Preparing People for Business Ownership. And I'm going to play a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you how it's helping me.
This is the A game. This attracts A players. And sometimes we have a B player mindset when we first start to learn about this opportunity. But there's people that, that want to develop an A player mindset, or maybe they forgot they were an A player because they've been in the B game for a long time. And you start to metamorphosize, and you start to chameleonize and take on the persona of the people that you're around. And that's why association is the most powerful thing you can have in your life, is because you're going to become who you associate with.
Okay. Okay, so what I took out of this is, being when you have a different mindset from the people that you meet, don't get frustrated because they don't know what you have. The opportunity is presented to them, so they're going to get it later. Just don't get frustrated. And also, he was saying, if I play it a little bit more, he was saying, be professional when you meet people. Don't be an amateur. Don't be crazy. Just give them a chance, and that's about it.
Awesome.
How's everyone doing? I'm Jarvis. Okay, yeah, I'm Jarvis Coleman. All right, so why reading 15 minutes a day is good for business growth? Well, I found that reading gives your ideas, and the more you read, the more you be able to explain yourself, and you'll have more words to connect with people. And actually, that's one of the first books I started reading when I first got in business. Okay, so how and where to read 15 minutes a day? I mean, really, it's 15 minutes. It's not really hard. I got into the habit of listening to audibles. I'll listen to them while I'm driving. I'll listen to them while I'm just doing whatever. But I usually read around 5:45 dreams. And the awesomeness of the author, Joseph Green, Kerry Patterson, David Maxfield, Ron Millen, and Al Swisler. I can tell they really did their research on finding different influencers in the community and in the world to really break down the science of influence and how to really influence anyone. Pretty key in this business, because this business is all about influence. You're influencing the point of view and to see the value of this business that way. Oh yeah, and two topics, two little nuggets I want to share with you is the power of your vital behaviors and the power of crucial moments. Now, vital behaviors are the smallest set of actions that leads to results that you want. They're your habits, the habits you build if you want to make a better future. Um, yeah, and identifying these vital behaviors are key to change your efforts. So let's say you want to be a big muscular guy, and right now you're about you're skinny, you're real slim. So the vital behaviors would be to more food and to and and their vital behaviors are the actions, not the results. So working out doesn't make you muscular, but it's the the habit of working out and the consistency of eating healthy and eating the right way that will get you to the results that you want. And crucial moments. The crucial moments are the point in time you have to make a critical point to make. Okay, skip that one.
Yeah, thank you. Like,
We got the gist of it.
yeah.
Breathe in.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, make sure you get
Okay. What else, Amina?
Roderick, are we still there? What's happening?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you. Why did we
Awesome.
stop?
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you can finish up, Travis.
All right. Cool. Okay. So critical moments. Those are the moments that you're faced with temptation or a satisfaction that pulls you away from your goals. Those are the life or death moments in your life. So let's say you have those vital behaviors. Let's say you want to work out or you want to get better in your business. Some vital behaviors to get better in your business will be to read or to listen to the audios. So that point where you want to listen to your audio or where you want to read, let's say you want to read first thing when you wake up. When you the choice of hitting the snooze button and going back to sleep, or or you can read the book. That's your critical moment there. And I guess a key to success would be to identify these critical moments and always choosing life in the business versus death. And that's all I have for the book of the month.
Awesome. That's what I was about to say.
My man Jarvis.
Great job, Jarvis. Great job, man. He guys hit it on. He hit the points. Like the points he used is very powerful. Especially that book, The Influencer. Learn a whole lot from that. Great nuggets and talking about the consistency. I like that. Talking about you seeing results over a period of time, not just right there and then. Love it, Jarvis. Love it. All right. We're now going to go into the huddle play part of Pase, and that'll actually be done by myself. I'm actually going to get straight into it. And the topic for the huddle play is pretty much sharing your story and dropping the message. So SMS and TTM with the abbreviation. And before I go into the actual action part of things, I just want to hit some highlights on how your story should be and usually the environment you go in to do it. So that's a few effective things that helps when going in the field. So one of the main things is before you can share your story, you gotta first have your story, right? Or dropping a message, you gotta first create the message. So I just want to say a quick, a few, just sharing the structure on what should be included in your message and your story. So one of the first things that Bill Hawkins said, and it's actually from a stream, by Bill Hawkins. I can't remember the exact number. I should have written that down. But definitely, the person that invited you could definitely give you details on which stream that is to listen to. And
725.
perfect. Yeah, that's offline for you. They got it together. Awesome. Thank you. BWW725. And the first thing, of course, one of the things that Bill often talked about is memorizing your story. And the main things that you want to have within your story is that you pretty much met a couple or an individual. So you were introduced somehow, right, between a couple or individual. The second point is that they were financially independent, right? And wherever it may be, I usually include like how long they might be financially independent for. For example, Camp to Nadia, I usually say, hey, Nadia's been financially free for over 17 years, but 18 now or 19. On top of that, the other point is you earn their respect. So you don't just get a mentor just like that, right? You have to go through a process to be able to earn that mentorship, to be able to earn that time. So that's another point that should be in your story. So it wouldn't sound so superficial to your audience, or to the candidate or to the prospect, whoever you're going out there contacting, because they aren't a candidate yet, right? And then the other one is they agreed to coach and mentor you to create an asset so that you wouldn't have to work paycheck to paycheck, or so you wouldn't have to sacrifice the rest of your life for a paycheck. It's play on words, there's many different things you could say, but it's pretty much you going towards financial freedom. And once your story has those things there, it's definitely going to be effective. And of course, run it by your coach first before you go out, putting it, committing it to memory and going out in the field. Now, I've been out in the field, working with Kenneth, man. We be out in the field every day, going out there and having a ton of conversations. That's one of the main things you're gonna have, going out and having a ton of conversations. More conversations, then that leads to more DTMs. More DTMs leads to the more contacts, right? So pretty much I dropped a message at a guy at my church today. Now this was a very peculiar one. He didn't have the people skills to ask me what I do, right? So after I asked him what he do and everything, it was a good conversation, but he never really asked me what I do. So based off of what he was saying there, I was like, hey, so I understand you work at Costco full time and you also do ministry as well. But aside from that, are you looking for other ways to make money? Because since he didn't pull the trigger for me to drop the message, I pretty much I pulled the trigger now to just see if he's. So I didn't want to make it awkward. It wouldn't connect. So at the same time, you still want to be able to see if they're looking to be able to still move forward, and then you could drop your message later on at the MG1, per se. When you share your story before you go through the MG1, building that rapport with them. So I just dropped the message, not the message. I pretty much pulled the trigger, asked him if he's looking. And he said he's always looking. He's actually doing investments now, trying to find ways to increase his income, his savings. I'm going to be meeting with this week and going through the process. There are many different other stories, but I want to open the floor to everyone, so because everyone has a different story that everyone can learn from. So I'll open the floor and say, hey, who would do with sharing their story?
Go ahead. Crystal.
Well, today, my husband went, actually the weekend we went to Savannah to visit my brother, my husband's sister, not my brother's sister. She kept calling him my brother. But her due date, she's pregnant and her due date is coming up in a few weeks, going on a month. But we went to go visit her and she treated me to get my nails done because I don't want to do that. So we went to the nail salon, and in the nail salon, as I'm asking a whole bunch of questions, because I'm just like, okay, so what's that? What are you doing? What are you putting on my nails? What is that? And I met 4 people that were from Texas where we lived. We exchanged number with one of them. He worked where I used to work in Texas, so we had a lot in common. And also, when we were there, this lady just started talking to my sister, who we also had an MG with before. And she just started talking to her and asking what she does. And then, I don't know, out of nowhere, we just started having a conversation about mentorship and coaching and guiding and everything. It was just like a natural conversation. It wasn't anything that I had to actually do too much to do. And that's what I love, the fact that when there's a natural conversation flowing, you just, okay, all right, put myself in there and keep having the conversation. And as the conversation is flowing, she invited us to her church today before we left. So we're like, you know what? We have to make it to our meeting, but we will come to church. We went there. We got a couple of contacts.
Awesome.
Good
And
Awesome stuff. Anyone else?
Yeah. The big dogs at the end. The little dog will talk now, you know. So basically, what I've found that's effective is to be sincere. Tell the truth. Okay, you don't have to make up anything. You don't have to make up a story. It's your story. So your sincerity should be there, and that way it naturally flows. And another thing, it's very important to understand that we're not recruiting. We're not going around the place trying to recruit people. Okay, what we're doing is we can't do all of this by ourselves. So we look for qualified people to help us do it. So we're duplicating rather than recruiting. And once you have that mindset and attitude, you know, just like what Crystal said, a natural conversation. You know, we're looking for quality, not quantity. Okay, so we're not going around the place. Do you want to this? Do you want to join this? No. Okay, and so what we do, and just the way we do it is a testament to that. The fact that we have 7 steps and we slow it down to 2 to 5 weeks, because we want to make sure we're not wasting people's times. Okay, we're not wasting their time, and that it is something that's you know, fit for them. And so my experience has been that once I have that attitude, you know, and I'm being true to myself and true to others, then everything is good.
awesome.
And I just want to piggyback on that.
You piggybacking on me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was on. I was contacting at my my new job doing security and all that other good stuff, and it's just like Bill Hawkins says. He says when the conversation is right and you know it's right, it feels so right, and you know when to drop the message. So the conversations was pretty much mainly based on video games, because once you say video games, man, I am in tuned. I'm like, okay, let's do this. I know what I'm talking about. So we started talking about Twitch channel, this online service or whatever. But I used one of Kenneth's lines, well, Kenneth's strategies, and pretty much I mentioned the business slightly, and then I changed the subject real fast. So, and when I did that, he started continuing on about his stuff, and then he was like, "Well, you know what? I heard you had something going on. Tell me a little bit more about that." And that's when I dropped the message on him. And when I dropped the message, he was like, "Well, these sounds like some professional people," because I also told him that the job that I'm doing now is temporary, also a Kenneth line. And I was like, okay, so tell you what, I'm willing to tell you more about it if we can sit down over a cup of coffee. And he was already fired up before I even said that, because what really caught his attention was I told him that that I'm trying to be retired before I hit the age of 30. And that really lit up his eyes. But that's my success story for the DTMs and stuff like that. Oh yeah, thanks.
Awesome.
Fired up. I think I was actually with you when you did that conversation. That was pretty good. You came straight from the open talking about SMS and DTM, and you just made it happen. He's just fired up in the moment. All right. So that's great, man. Great job, everyone, on continuing to go hard at it. Next, we're pretty much going to bring up our platinums. Before we bring them up, I'd like to know if there are any new people out there that'd like to come on up and be introduced.
Don't worry, it's only 2 million people out there.
Just your name.
We'll shine the camera on you then.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Alton Portis. Hi. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm new to this. Really want to focus and learn. Try to see how far this can go, and I really want to take it far. So with help and education with this, I'm pretty sure I can get it done.
Who invited you?
Kenneth invited me.
Awesome.
All right, is that everyone?
Yeah.
Awesome. We also have a function promo video as well. I forgot to mention that one. Rodney, could you go ahead and play that video for me, please?
All right, I will get that rolling. But before I get that rolling, what I wanted to mention is I just came from an awesome regional event here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We had a young couple that came, they're emeralds in the business. And if you don't know what that is, get with the person that you're working with, and they can give you a little bit more about that. But I just wanted to share, before I get into the actual function, I just wanted to share real quick about them. Can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, Eddie and Cassie, they're emeralds. They're optometrists, both of them. They did optometry school. Now they're currently, they still work, but they work on their terms, maybe 3 to 4 days a week, but they have all the financial freedom. And I got a chance to meet them personally and take a picture with them. Look how
professional.
Wow.
Yep. So they're super young. Well, I just wanted to give you one of the nuggets they gave me, which was to not to over process the process, just trust the process. So,
All right.
It was a really, really good event. And you see my eagle in the background making it happen. So there are regional events coming up in your area, but there's also a major one coming up called our Winter Conference, and I'm going to play the promo video for that right now.
Woo-woo.
The best are coming up. You ready to rock and roll? Time to go. It's gonna be awesome. I don't care what you do, but it's time to go. It's time to go. I don't care who you are, but it's time to go. It's time to go. Get ready, get your mind going. Oh, it's about to go down.
I'm so excited.
Well, that got me pumped up. That's some good stuff, man. That's some good stuff.
Fired up.
Oh yeah, fired up. Now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Our uptime sapphire gold. Let's come on, put our hands together, bring up Shamsa and Nadia Prasad.
All right.
Oh, good stuff. There's a younger generation. My wife and I be like, be excited.
Speak for yourself. But we're really excited. It's been an incredible Pase. Thank you guys for all the participants, everyone that participated. Jarvis, that's really great. You know, what I love about our system is that it's amazing how it takes anyone from any walk of life and can turn them into something that they even themselves cannot believe, you know, just the way they talk, just the way they carry themselves. And I just have to say about Tobias, because can you come up here, Tobias, and just, I have to say, because when we met Tobias, well, everybody knows Tobias had long hair, dreads. Well, yeah, is that what you call it? Dreads. He had dreads, and he said the two words to you. You know, he couldn't, you know, like say a whole lot, but I mean, just through the system, nobody asked him to cut his hair. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't come up with this three-piece suit today. I mean, complete transformation, what we have seen in Tobias, and I know this is just the beginning, and I'm just absolutely very proud of you of all the decisions that you're making. So let's give him a hand, you guys. That's what our system. Yeah. Also, we have here a young man, Dexter. Same thing. You know, he's same thing with him. You know, I mean, the thing about him is that you know he has a stressful job and whatever it is, but he's always everywhere. He's everywhere. He shows up very nicely dressed, and I know we have a lot of these guys on our team. I mean, this is just, I don't really want to get into name calling, but I just have to say, based on the transformation that we have seen locally here, it is definitely a big one. And, oh.
I love y'all too.
And we had an opportunity to actually meet Dexter's mom last week at the beauty break. And she was very encouraged to see the kind of people that he's hanging around. And she has said such good things about him ever since that he started the business. She could see how the changes in him and how different he is becoming and a much better person. So that is kudos to our system, guys.
She talking about y'all. I'm serious. She talking about y'all. She's talking about y'all.
Good. Well, that's what we want to be. We want to be able to be the change that we're looking for in this world, and being able to raise up young men and women just like that to be able to be world changers, to be able to go out there and be entrepreneurs and be able to own their own businesses and be able to, you know, basically do whatever it is that they want, you know, live life on their terms, creating choices. And that is what we're doing. And we're excited about each and every one of you. Tallahassee, same thing to you guys. I've bragged on you guys everywhere I go. Rod, North Carolina, same thing with Virginia.
I was wondering who was that diamond in between that emerald couple.
Absolutely. And you guys, we just need to go out there and absolutely put the hammer this coming year. I know it seems like right around the corner, the year is going to be done, right? Our fiscal year started in August. And so we just need to put the hammer down, guys, for the next year. And just you'll look back and say what a difference a year could make, right? When you look back in your business. And so that's what we want for each and every one of you, that this should be a life-changing experience for every single one that come on board. And not only that, be able to help so many people change their lives for better. And that is, I'm actually reading a Jack Canfield book that Kanta's been on my, I mean, he's been on me to keep reading this book. And every time I would look for a book to read, he always puts it in front of me. And finally, I picked up the book and I was reading. I started reading. It's a very big book. And I started Success Principle. And I started reading it before, but for some reason, I just put it down. But when I picked up that book, and I just couldn't stop reading because there's so much in there. And it's so awesome because everything that we teach in our system, Jack Canfield is a very successful writer. Entrepreneur, and so he has nothing to do with what we do, but it's amazing that everything he speaks about in there, as opposed to visualize your goal, you know, verbalize it, you know, all the things that we teach in our business, he was reading it out as success principles. So guys, it doesn't make a difference in, you know, if you read these books, you will find out that a lot of what we're doing is in line with what the success principle is and teachings. And everyone that has done that in our system and in our business are, you know, diamonds and above, and, you know, millionaires many times over. And we don't like to use that very lightly, but that is the truth. And so we're looking for people who are looking to increase their, you know, whatever it is that they're looking for, whether it be, you know, $1,000 a month extra, you know, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, we want to help you to realize that. And so that's what we're here for. And we're excited As soon as I got the email about the function, as you guys can see, it's a 2-day function. It's only a Saturday, Sunday. There is no Friday, but I booked my room from Friday because I'm just a old IBO that says, you know what, I'm going to book it from Friday. So Compton and I decided we're going to fly in there on Friday and just go around DC and enjoy ourselves before the actual function starts. So we're excited about that. So, and we just want to welcome this new couple here. I know he was at the open meeting, and his wife has no clue what he's doing, and all she gets to see is you lovely faces. But I'm sure that Kenneth will be able to enlighten you a lot as to what's happening here. But I want to turn it over to my husband, my awesome husband. We're just excited. And I just wanted to talk quick. I didn't want to talk when you guys were talking about the DTM, but yesterday I was out, just living our lives, going out, and my children wanted a particular something for their hair, some kind of styling tool for their hair. So we went out and just living our lives, having conversations. And this one young lady, we just started talking, and all she could talk about was our mindsets were similar, was so much alike actually, because she read a lot of the books. She has been involved in a few businesses, and so it was such a pleasure to actually meet somebody, and refreshing to be able to talk to them who understands what you're talking about, you know. And so we exchanged numbers, and again, just living your life every day, meeting people, and we don't look for anyone in particular. There's some criteria in our personally Compton and I that we look for, and so based on that, we just but we talk to everybody, guys. We just have conversations, but who we drop the message to would depend on the conversation. So here's my awesome.
So I was speaking to Rod 2 nights ago or so, and he was telling me that he's in this exercise. He goes to the gym, and there's this one special equipment that he uses, which is the same equipment I use also, that he pushed like 100 and 120 pounds. And I want you to know, Rod, I don't think you remember the cardinal rules. Don't say or do anything to make you offline. The same equipment I use, I push like 40 and 30 pounds. So morning, I was like, Rod is not going to be like, building more bigger muscles than I am. So I was feeling my strength this morning. And I hope you all know.
Those guns. Look at those guns.
I went to the gym. I never really went on Sunday, so there was not a whole lot of people there. And so I got this program I'm going to start. I started working on today. And as soon as I go to the area that I'm going to work on, there's this guy with some much bigger muscles than I have. So the point is that our conversation has dropped the message, was like what Kenneth was saying, in addition to all those things, a natural extension of you. So when I walk in there, I spotted, made eye contact. I said I was actually going to exercise near you guys, but I don't want y'all to be embarrassed. And he's just, he's got the muscles all over, And so to during the exercise period, I noticed that they're going to be there for a while. So, and then when he was about to leave, I asked him if which is a natural extension of the environment that we're in, and the drop the message or the conversation is natural also. So my next thing was to say, I asked him if he is a trainer, right? And he said yes. And then what was supposed to be the next part of the conversation? Do you endorse any products? He said, I haven't done that as yet. I said, well, I think you should, because you are looking pretty good, And I said, but by the way, I have a business that has natural products, exercise, energy drinks and so on. And he said, ask for my number. And he just texted you. And the text was, sir, don't forget me. Right, we met in the gym. Right?
Wow.
So people are there looking for either products or opportunities. Now, in the opportunity, because we were talking about drop the message, we and Kenneth mentioned it. We are not recruiters. We are not looking for recruit people. We're not looking to scam people. We are people. We are mentors to people. And as a mentor, we invest our time and our money and our energy. We leave our family and go all over the place to help people build their business.
That's right.
And as such, we not that we are picky, but we choose who we work with. And we have a special things that we look for people who are like hungry, humble, want to work smart, and so on. So when we as we talk to people, if they are exhibiting these things that they are comfortable, they're showing up for the meetings, or they're calling back or whatever, then we can take them through the process. At any one time in the process, money doesn't pass until the end of the process. If that person and the person who's working them decided there's a partnership that can be formed, that's the only time. So I want people to understand that whenever you're doing your drop the message and so on, these are things that you got to be looking out for. Okay, so Nadia and I, the way we read our books is that sometimes she reads loud and I listen, right? And then next time I read louder and she listens. That's the way we read our book. So the other night she was reading a book there and it was talking about dreams. And she said, a lot of people got big dreams. Isn't that so?
Yes.
We all have big dreams, my kids, all of us. Well, a lot of in whatever she was reading there states that a lot of people have big dreams and their big dreams die with them because they haven't moved their dreams from the dream category over to a goal category. Because a dream is just a dream without a date or any specifics or anything. For it to become something, you got to make it a goal. Put some dates, put some definitive stuff there. So the year is almost at an end, and most people wait till January the 1st to set goals, right? And there's always one recurring goal. What is it with that? Lose weight. How much every year you're gonna say that goal? Because why they haven't put specifics to it. I want to lose 10 pounds by this time, and I'm going to change the lifestyle diet. Look at it here. How much pounds you lost, Kenneth?
Oh, I used like 25.
25 pounds, right? Easily. And I know Rod said he lost 8 pounds since he's been on the keto diet too, right? Miss Carl, forget about Miss Carl.
Over 40.
40 pounds you lost. Right? And you lost that using a lot of the products.
I was using the product.
You use the product, right? Okay. So you see, a goal is the things that we need to set. So, but we as business owners don't wait until January the 1st to set a goal. We want to start setting our goals from now. So some of the goals that we need to start looking at right now is that how much people we want to launch for a month. So that should be your end goal. And then you can work backwards to how much drop the message that you should be having in order to get that result. Okay. So along the line, you need to set goals for dropping a message, goals for MG1, MG2, all the way through the whole process. Those are the type of goals that I would like to see us starting to do, not in January, not in December, but as of now. Anytime you get a chance, start writing down those goals, so that way that when they hit the ground next year, you're running, so the speed pretty much, So that's pretty much what we have here from Atlanta. BBS. I know our BBS here in Atlanta is on the 10th, and in Tallahassee, when is your
10th as well.
the 10th also? Okay. So I know Tallahassee is going to Orlando, and Atlanta is going to Atlanta. Paul Soleil is doing it in
Orlando.
Oh, wonderful. That's a Trinidadian couple. Emeralds, right?
New York City.
From New York City too, right? And a lot of people there I know from Bahamas and Soleil from Trinidad. A lot of people from the island there that y'all can relate to them. Very nice couple. We know them. When you get out there, make sure you tell them that you are part of Campbell and Nadia's group. All right?
And we're here to Ralph Margaret Smith.
Ralph and Margaret Smith here. Just another sharp couple too. So that's it. Back to the host. All right, we'll make your calls, set your appointments.
Awesome.
Awesome, awesome.
Awesome place, guys. Thanks a whole lot, Captain Nadia, for those great nuggets and just being there for us, man. We love y'all. We love y'all for good forever. All right, so that's the end of Pace. Everyone, like I say, it's time to go into the phone team. Let's just make it happen. Build this business in a big way. I see you guys later.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
And that's the end of that.